Hey, and welcome to a brief overview of what it's like to ride on the rivers in Winnipeg. First off, I get off the busy street, head down the stairs towards the river, and go into the bridge. Up here you'll notice that I kind of use my bike as a walker almost to get down the riverbank. One of the unfortunate things is there's not a lot of great places to enter the river, and that's something I'd like to see the city and other groups work on. Once you're down, one of the first things you'll notice is how eerily quiet it is when you're used to all the noise from the road. This is a great change.
So quiet.
Just a little bit further down the river, on the left you have the Westgate Mennonite University. And one great thing they've done is put down a nice little walkway that I'll give you an image of here. There's also a little skating section they've cleared out for people. Fast forwarding some more, there's the Hugo docks here on the right. This is where the trail currently ends, but as they work on it, things will go even further. You can hear the nice little click of the studded tires on the ice. It sure is nice being on a smooth path after some of that rough snow. This ice is still fairly rough to cycle on, and it would be tough to skate on. Once they've flooded it some more, it should be very nice for skating. A lot of people think that cities are noisy places, but it's really not the city that's noisy. It's all the cars. Even though we're surrounded by the homes of thousands of people, it's just the wind and the sound of the tires on the ice. Up until we get to Osborne, it's pretty much more of the same, so let's skip ahead. After Osborne Bridge, you can see that the trail is actually completed and ready to go. On the left-hand side, we have a nice walking cycling trail that I'll flip on over to. The semi-hard pack gives you a lot more traction for bicycle wheels, especially if you're not running studded tires. As this section's ready to go, you'll see there's a few people here. We'll start seeing some people walking or walking dogs, people on the ice skating. The route down to the dock here at the Legislature is actually looking pretty good. It's mostly free of snow, and it looks like you could actually get a stroller or a bike down here very easily.
Okay. Reasonable entry at the ledge.
While we mock Winnipeg sometimes for the various things we don't do well, the Nestawaya Trail is a real gem we can be proud of. It holds the world record for the longest open ice skating area, and will reach a distance as long as 10 kilometers, as crews extend both the Red and Assiniboine River sections. I really do hope that someday we can do a group ride all the way from the Forks down to Assiniboine Park. This trail is a perfect example of what our city could be like if we had the political will. You take away the cars, you take away the noise, you take away the air pollution, and it's just a beautiful ride in nature, right in the middle of a city. I'm particularly fond of the warming huts that get set up along the trail. Some are very functional, some are artistic, some glow neon green. It looks fairly empty and quiet right now, but the trail really only opened just this last week or so. You'll start to see more and more people out each morning, and on the weekends this is going to be packed. If you're looking for a good place to enter the river, all this area next to the Riverwalk is actually pretty easy to get into. There's lots of sections where you can get in from Assiniboine Avenue, and the distance from the Riverwalk to the ice is really close. The only thing to keep in mind is look out for signs, because there are sections along the edge where the ice is quite thin, and you'll want to be careful going through there. Here's the bridges, and we're about to get to the Forks. This area right now is just a little bit rough, so I'm just going to zip onto the ice here. But once they take care of this, the path will be beautiful for cycling on. Some of the parts here that are still a little bit rough were actually cleaned up and looking much better when I came through on the way back that evening. It really is weird to see this section with not many people in it. One of the great things about the Forks is that during the daytime, there's almost always somebody out here skating. Pretty soon you'll see some ice fishing huts around here, and a number of warming huts. We're now completely on the Red River. You'll see that it's quite a bit wider, and you have a lot of visibility. While the path currently ends at this bridge, Fairly soon it will extend much further down to the Norwood and Riverview neighborhoods. A number of residents along the riverbank will set up a path down, and you'll find several warming huts and snow sculptures if you continue farther. Unfortunately, my ride continues down Marion, so it's time to get off the river and back to the noise of traffic. Hope to see you out on the river.